At how to say Bethlehem too after that. I think at this point we've been here a while, so I think it's probably a good idea for us to just kind of wrap up and kind of go down here, maybe left to right here, and maybe just 30 seconds, 45 seconds as far as like what's the, in the spirit of what we just did, what is the soft work that each one of you guys is going to leave here looking to do a little more, or what's the kind of, self-reflection that you guys might leave here thinking, the play made me think a little bit more about doing this, or this is kind of what I kind of am going to kind of take on myself as my own responsibility.
Tell your friends and family to come see this. There are 2 more performances tonight and tomorrow. If this is working for you, if this made you think, if it made you uncomfortable, if it gave you joy, if you listened to it and they're taking something away, share that with your friends and neighbors. Let's fill this place and fill this festival. I think this effort is on to something, and I'm honored to be a small part of it.
I don't think I can give a direct answer. I'm leaving the project that I work on now, and I'm not certain what I'll be doing next. But I am certain that it'll incorporate some of the things we've talked about to put into practice the notion of reaching across and touching.
Quickly, I guess. So for me, a little bit of the soft work is continuing to raise. I have 2 kids. I've got a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. I think I mentioned the 15-year-old's here. The 12-year-old's still in middle school and desperately wants to come here as well. I'm raising kids that really look at themselves as citizens of Lehigh Valley, that take advantage of, they live in Allentown, they take advantage of Bethlehem, they love going to Easton, their friends live across this region, and they're fiercely proud of this place. And I'll take I'll overstep my time to tell a quick story about my oldest daughter, who there was a speaker here at this school who had written a book called Food Town USA, and didn't give like the most beautiful description of this beautiful place in the opening chapter of his book. And my daughter at dinner just lit into him, just went off and spent 20 minutes talking about how much she loved this beautiful Southside Bethlehem that is a center for the arts. And to have kids like that, and to have people who are from here who want to go out and tell everybody about this amazing place, like that's what I'm going to keep doing, and that's what I hope that everybody will keep doing as they travel the world, is telling everyone they know about what's happening here.
One of Fallow's best practices is a town has a plan, and I have complete faith that putting on something like this and Steel Bomb shows the ability for this town to make these things happen and to achieve your goals. And I just look forward to seeing your plan, because I think it will be executable, and 20 years from now we'll be seeing a better community.
I like the inclusion of the soft skills conversation in the play today. I think that as a community, we're continuing to rely on technology, on social media, on different ways of interacting, and it isn't that front porch, or you have to put effort into making it that front porch. You have to put effort into coming out and interacting in a different way. We're commuting longer, we're living busier lives, our children are more involved at earlier ages, and at times it can be overwhelming, and you find yourself in a rut, or you find yourself tired and focused on just getting to the next thing, and not really taking that moment and experiencing the human interaction, and that reminder that whether it's a Christmas card list and not just a social media, Merry Christmas, that's important, and that's an important connection to make with people. And so I appreciate that request to remind people that there's more of this play, and they should get out and experience that, and not just watch it on the screen in 20 years.
Yeah, I think that we got to start, as human beings, we have to start looking on the inside and taking ownership for our own stuff, and then you'll see the change happen. And I think it has to start with us on the inside.
I say earlier that I moved to Bethlehem 23 years ago. What I didn't say was that before that, all I did was sewing for theater. That's why I made my living. And I got involved and distracted with many of the different things for the last 23 years. And although I thought I was gonna have a nervous breakdown a couple of weeks ago, when I ordered fabric to make these silver screens and I got pieces of fabric that I couldn't use, thanks to Christopher, he calmed me down and we made, well, I did the screens. I don't regret a minute of it. I think that not just the story and what I learned through the story, the fact that I was part of something as such, and you just brought me back to be grounded me. I feel like I am just ready to keep on sewing and get involved with theater. I say that aloud, Christopher is here. But I think that it's about, for me, very personal, about continue to be part of it and finding your way through the community so you can, be the change.
I have a line that says, uncover the allies. And I think we all have to do that. I think we all have to uncover our allies. People that aren't women that champion women. People that aren't people of color that champion for people of color. And adults who aren't children and champion for children. I think we need to find those kind of allies and support each other.
Thank you, Guillermo. That's a touching, great way for this to end. I would like everybody, if we could, just to give all of our panelists up here one more round of applause. And also, obviously, Bill and some of the actors and actresses are still here. We should give them one more round of applause. And obviously, this is day 2 of the festival, so we have 8 more days here to be a part of it, and I'm sure I'll see many of the same faces. And once again, thank you for coming out, for being part of the conversation, and just understanding that it's a long road, but we're all on it together. So thank you.